Hi, I'm Chynna Mamawal and I'm a fashion designer. My mom is Filipino and my dad is Chinese. So the upbringing is different, but I like it because my mom is Filipino, so my values are very Filipino. But at the same time, growing up, my dad is very strict when it comes to our savings. He would always tell us and discipline us to save, 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 save. I grew up in a family where everyone is super stylish. And I'm the youngest in the whole clan, my mother's side and my father's side. So my father's side, they were always the business-minded. And my mother's side, they were always the super stylish ones. So that's how my interest in fashion started. It's pretty crazy because when I was like 8 years old, I knew that I wanted to be a designer. When I was in college, third year college, I really loved fashion so much. I started my own label. I put it up in a mall. It's called Curves. So that was my very first experience of managing a brand. It was a small store, but it was doing really well, especially for a third year college student. And then it was doing really well to the point that after graduating, I still continued the business. So after finishing my college degree, I told my parents that I want to study in a fashion school. And at first they weren't really supportive because my dad is hardcore Chinese businessman. And he was telling me, why don't you just join the family business? Or are you sure the path that you're taking is a good path? No one is a fashion designer in our family. My dad told me, okay, if you're really serious about this, I'm gonna pay for your tuition fee, but the rest, you have to pay for it. So I remember when I was in the fashion school, I had to pay for everything, the materials, the fabrics, and it's not cheap. I had to take side gigs. I had to because fashion school is very expensive. I just went on Job Street. I just searched fashion careers. And then there it is. Actually, the first one was for accessories. And then when they interviewed me, they told me that I'm more suited for fashion, which is perfect. And to my surprise, I got the job. When I got in, the title was only marketing manager. I was 21 years old that time. So when I entered, I became head by accident because after getting in a month after, the head resigned. But it was actually a great blessing for me. My creative process is usually 50% my client and 50% my aesthetic as a fashion designer. It's really very collaborative for me. I want my clients to be happy and I want my creative self to be happy as well. So I usually want to meet them first and ask them questions to get to know them better because I want my pieces to be Chynna Mamawal, but at the same time, it's also them because clients would want to feel comfortable with the clothes that they want to wear. One summer, there was a fashion show for the whole entire mall. During that time, I was only selling kit and the owner of my school told me 3 days before the fashion show, hey, there's a fashion school in Shangri-La Mall, do you want to join? Just make 2 pieces. And I said, okay, I would love that. And then after that fashion show, for some reason, a lot of media, a lot of editors from magazines picked up the clothes. I got featured in so many articles and so many magazines. And that's when all these celebrities started to message me on Instagram. I think what separates me from other designers is that my business mind is very strong. I grew up in a business oriented family, and at the same time I'm very madiskarte. I'm very maarte, but at the same time when it comes to business, I'm not maarte at all. When it comes to business, I'm willing to do everything. As long as I put my mind into something, I stick to it and I stay consistent. I never take no for an answer. It's always good to dream big, but don't forget the reality that if you want to follow your passion, it's not just passion. You have to really, really want it so bad, because people think it's fashion, it's glitz and glamour, but what happens behind that glitz and glamour is you have to be really hardworking, sleepless nights. Nothing is impossible as long as you prepare and be realistic with everything.